Look at my hair. I really think that I should have been taking my ADHD meds before 8 a.m. this whole time. The more you know. For the past hour, I've been trying to get 3 different audio interfaces to work. And it's just, I'm doing something wrong. I am not tech savvy. One single solitary bit. But I know the solution. It's staring at me right in front of my face. I'll figure it out one day. Today is not that day, though. If you have ever dealt with depression, the real kind, not the kind that you see on a meme, it's like, oh my gosh, that's so me. But the real kind where you was a good way to verbally display depression. You have a dirty sock on the floor in your room. It's stained with whatever. Use your imagination. And you see it, but you don't care. So it stays there and collects dust. And it may get a couple of friends. You may throw some other laundry on top of it and they collect dust, but you don't care. That's depression. Depression's not like, oh, poor me. It's so much to the extent that you don't think you are worth enough to advocate for yourself. So you don't say, poor me. You just kind of become a hermit and stay away from people and take all of the naps. There's a reason why I'm bringing this up, by the way, because you get into this whole mindset of what's the point? And I hope you haven't experienced that. If you have, how to get out of that is 1, surround yourself with people who genuinely care. 2, antidepressants will become your best friend. 3, therapy, just in praying. Get God back into your life. Start reading your Bible and follow suit with the rest of it. And eventually, that will subside. It'll rear its head back up occasionally. But you have to have the wherewithal to take into consideration that life as you see it at that point in time is a little bit icky. But to quote somebody once, well, more than once, this used to make my eye twitch, but it'll all be good. Hear me out. Many moons ago, years even, I was getting that as a response to just about anything that I could say that was pessimistic, negative, and not me being over exaggerating or melodramatic, but just being pessimistic, cynical, that sort of thing, passive aggressive. It'll all be good. You know, the normal me, somebody saying that at a constant would have snapped on them and probably lunged forward. Insert comical reaction here where probably pretending to strangle somebody or just like, enough with that. Why are you saying that so much? But with him, I didn't do that. I had no urge to react that way. It made my eye twitch a lot of times, but I'm like, maybe you're onto something. Maybe I'm not seeing something. Maybe. That's why I said that was God. Because that was not a normal response from me. My normal response would be passive-aggressively, sarcastically, respond with something a little bit cynical, snarky, sassy, insert whatever here. But with him, I was like, just truth be told. And then at some point in time, that urge to be even sassy with, why are you even saying that? Where he would respond, I don't know, I just am. My eyes stopped twitching at some point in time. And I started to apply that. Didn't understand it, but I started to apply it. I was like, maybe if I just pretend like I'm on the same page with him, then maybe I'll have that mindset. One day. Boo-boo, it kicked in today. Let me tell you, there's sometimes in life, it can feel like this long period where you'll wait for things to get better, for any pain that you're enduring to ease, or your circumstances to improve. Even in the slightest, for any answers to your problems that'll feel like they're never going to come. Sometimes you can feel that way. A lot of times it's due to your atmosphere, so check your energy. But in this verse in Romans, the whole creation waits with eager longing for the revealing of the children of God. Paul reminds us that even creation itself, this whole world is waiting too, even in the midst of all of the loss, all the decay, the disaster, the destruction, within its brokenness that's there. It's not waiting without hope. It's leaning forward in this confidence of this renewal that is coming. All of creation itself knows that despite of all the negativity that the world has to offer within it, that swarms about, consuming people sometimes, that one day it'll all be good because God himself has promised as much. So you take that into this whole different perspective and this different outlook. Yet our lives are filled with sometimes despair and distraught and corruption and confusion and insert whatever negativity, toxicities. We should take that into consideration, that even the world itself, amongst all of its brokenness, eagerly awaits this renewal because it's eventually going to happen. We may live through this pain. We may have suffered losses, even confusion, but the end of it all is already written, not of despair, but of redemption. So the phrase, "it'll all be good," it's not this happy-go-lucky, naive outlook of good vibes only type stuff like it once I thought, but it is the deepest kind of hope that is rooted in the promise of God. Happy Friday.